What's up YouTube, Bowden the Great bringing you yet another Hobo Tough Life tutorial video. Specifically in this video we'll be talking about, I'll kind of do a part 1, part 2. Part 1 will be about the different ways to get chicken bones, and then part 2 will be where and how to find dead animals. But yeah, so just kicking the first one off, where to find chicken bones. You know, that's something that you usually, for the most part, actually for chicken bones and dead animals, is a little bit more of a mid to late game um, requirement, not necessarily early game, but kicking it off. And this is kind of the more difficult, maybe not difficult, but expensive method. But basically, come to the supermarket. You probably at this point in time should know where the supermarket is if you're trying to find chicken bones. But if not, it's right here on the map. But yeah, so basically you're gonna want to come here, buy packaged chicken, and this is where it gets a little bit expensive because packaged chicken is 150 coins, which is a lot, especially early game, even mid game before you kind of have your foot down. But pretty much, yeah, just buy chicken breast, and you're gonna just dismantle it. I think it's roughly an 80% chance to get 3 chicken bones upon dismantle. That may or may not change with depending on what level you are. I'm not entirely sure. I am pretty high level in this playthrough, so that may affect the 80% chance. I haven't confirmed that or not. But yeah, so basically just roll over to either to your base or just to one of these random crafting stations. Come down here to dismantle. There it is. And yeah, you can see in the top right, 10 times 80% chance to get just junk food, and then 3 times for chicken. So roll the dice and boom. Yeah, so you get chicken bones that way. That's probably the easiest and fastest way, but most expensive. The other way to get chicken bones is by searching these red dumpsters. There's a bunch kind of spread throughout the entire city, and the tricky part sometimes is that there'll be guys spawned up that if you try and search it, they'll get pissed off at you and then try and stop you, and then you could potentially get thrown in jail. It's just a whole thing, but just got to be careful when you're doing it. But I just went ahead and hit this one just so I could make sure that it's got chicken bones in it. But yeah, you can see right here, 3 chicken bones, a bunch of other random stuff that you can use, and you'll be able to tell that this is the correct one because of the fact that it's all sort of food oriented, which is what all the red orange dumpsters, they're all supposed to be have food stuff in there. So just be on the lookout for those, and that's another option, but it's a little bit more tedious compared to just buying the chicken outright and then deconstructing it. But yeah, here's what I was talking about. These guys, it's a huge pain in the ass dealing with them, and then if they catch you twice, you get sent to jail, and that's just never fun. The only other option to really get chicken bones in the game is by stealing. I highly recommend exhausting the other 2 options first. I mean, honestly, the better playthroughs anyway are very heavy on begging. So unless you're just doing like a stealing only playthrough, there really isn't any reason for you to try and steal for chicken bones. You're better off just begging for money and then just taking that money that you earn and buying chicken bones and deconstructing them that way, like I mentioned in the first option. But if you are going to try and steal your way, the couple things you need to worry about is your morale drops significantly. You're not significantly, but it certainly adds up. It drops a lot as you steal items. B, the police, if they catch you stealing, you're going to prison, and unless you have the perks unlocked that lets you keep contraband, you're going to start losing a bunch of your stuff. So I just highly recommend not doing the stealing altogether, and pretty much just begging, getting money, and then doing it that way, and then kind of basically playing through. And as you're playing, if you want to hit those dumpsters, the orange and red dumpsters, hit those. If they have chicken wings or chicken bones, cool. If not, just keep moving on. And then just slowly, as you accumulate wealth, just buy chicken, bags of packaged chicken, and then deconstruct them that way. Alright, moving on to how to find dead animals. So the fastest and probably your better chances are going to be at this, at the Dark Altar. So this is kind of a late-ish game, mid to late game piece of furniture that you can get. And basically with this is that you sacrifice pieces of packaged chicken, which you can also buy from the market, similarly to getting chicken bones. You sacrifice a piece of chicken, and slowly your health goes down, and you get, you know, different items, and your best, you have decent odd or decent chance to get dead animals. So we're gonna do this a few times and see if we can come up with anything good. And there you go. Dead cat right out the gate. So yeah, so that's pretty much is going to be your best way to get any sort of dead animals. Also, you get pretty good gear. You get pretty good just gear altogether. So definitely recommend if you've got a lot of coins, definitely recommend just loading up on packaged chicken. A, for the ability to make chicken bones, and B, for, you know, in-game gear as well as dead animals. The other sort of better way where you're still reliant on dumpster diving, but you have a better chance to find dead animals is in Zacky's hideout. Once you beat, this is kind of part of the Guzzler's chain. Once you beat Zacky in a drinking competition, you get far enough in the actual, I guess, the campaign with the Guzzlers. Once you beat him in a competition, you get access to these two piles here, and then over here. Basically, these have pretty high-end gear in them. You have the chance to find them, which also applies to dead animals. So your chances of finding dead animals in here are a lot better than the chances of just randomly finding them in an orange dumpster, orange or red dumpster, which is what I'm going to segue into from right here, which is kind of the other option, similarly to the chicken bones. But yeah, so Zacky, if you don't know where Zacky is, he's kind of to, you know, in the west side of the map, in the train station, kind of down actually into the sewers. So you'll find him down here, across this little bridge, and then these two piles are, you probably just want to check that sort of daily and just double check to see if there's anything, dead animals, or just good gear in general. And sort of similarly to the chicken wings, or chicken bones, excuse me, the only other way to get the to find dead animals is through these orange containers. It's not really great odds. I already went through and searched through this one, but like before, there's so many different other better options to do besides just combing through these over the entire city. I would certainly suggest just either hitting up the spot by Zacky, and kind of similar to the chicken bones, the dead animals are definitely more of a late game item, so you don't really need them early on, and you know, you can kind of just rush that the dark altar quest line and get that, and kind of help and get that, because that's definitely your best bet on how to find dead animals. But to kind of wrap this up, yeah, so if you notice, I actually had to switch characters because I got cocky and I randomly died, and I'm basically in Calamity in my other character, so I had to switch characters because I was just constantly dying. But yeah, fun stuff. Super hard game, super fun. But yeah, so hopefully that it kind of better explains where to find chicken bones and dead animals. If you have any questions, certainly drop them in the comment section below, or if you'd like me to make another tutorial video for something else related in this game, I'd be more than happy to do that. But yeah, take care, YouTube.